step into the arena, RCMP Plus. It's not luck, it's logic. Bang, that's a power bomb move right there. Light it up, baby, fella. Woo, that's fantasy fireworks. Buckets, baby. Ain't no rivalry like an RCMP rivalry. From stats to smack talk, where trash talk meets true talk. It's not just fantasy, it's legacy.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again. The RCMP Plus Fantasy Hoops show is back. I'm Tommy Douglas, and beside me, the man who still drafts like it's 2016 PG. What's good?
Laughs. Hey, at least my 2016 picks could still lace them up. What's up, everyone? We're 1 week out from NBA tip-off. The RCMP Plus draft board is cooling off, and it's time to talk boom or bust.
That's right. Today we're calling our shots, who's about to break out and who might break down. From NBA stars to fantasy sleepers, we're covering it all.
Yeah, and fair warning, if your team's got Zion, Embiid, or Butler, you might want to keep your IR slot open.
Laughs. Or two of them. All right, let's kick this thing off with the real NBA breakout watch. All right, PG, who's your top breakout guy this year? I know you've got someone spicy.
I'll start with Cade Cunningham. Detroit finally has the pieces around him, he's healthy, and the dude just screams all-star leap. Give me 23-8 this season, easy.
Yeah, I love that pick. Cade's about to turn Motor City into Motion City.
Laughs. What about you? Who's your guy?
All right, Jalen Williams, OKC. The guy plays like he's got 5 positions in one body. He's gonna mess around and steal half of SGA's headlines this year.
That team's dangerous. I could see both SGA and Jalen finishing top 25 fantasy players this year.
Next up for me, Tyrese Maxey. He's already fast, but with Harden gone, the runway's clear.
Yup, that's a 2 5-point per game guy right there.
And just for chaos' sake, my wild card breakout pick, Cam Thomas.
Oh man, that's not a breakout, that's a microwave going off.
Exactly. He'll have nights where he scores 40 and then forgets how to pass for a week.
All right, enough sunshine. Time for some storm clouds. Who's your first breakdown alert?
Zion. Look, I want to believe, but I've seen too many Zion transformation headlines. At this point, I'm just hoping he doesn't transform into a ghost by mid-season.
Laughing. From beast mode to beast seat mode. Yeah, that man's hamstrings need a reality show of their own.
And Joel Embiid, my guy, he's amazing. But you just know there's gonna be one of those out for 10 days stints that turns into 3 weeks.
Facts. And I'm adding Porzingis to that list. Atlanta looks great, but you can't spell risk without KP.
Oh, that's clean. I'll also throw Jimmy Butler in there. Dude's already showing up to media day in costume that's a cry for rest management.
Laughing. Yeah, he's got the best Halloween streak in the league. Too bad it usually ends around April.
All right, let's bring it home. Who's sitting on the next fantasy explosion in RCMP Plus?
I'm looking at the Guardians. Cade, Jalen Williams, Maxey, Jaren Jackson Jr., that's a 4-headed breakout monster.
Yeah, that's a spicy roster. And don't sleep on Dunkin' Donuts either. Amen Thompson could go from rookie curiosity to fantasy cheat code by Christmas.
If he starts hitting triples, that team's a problem.
I'll give a sneaky shout out to Z Tigers. They got Cooper Flagg stashed. And if he even gets 20 minutes a game by February, that's a lottery ticket.
That roster's built for energy, it's just vibes and verticals. Now for the bad news, who's skating on thin fantasy ice?
Ballers. I mean, Jokic is king, sure. But behind him, Zion and Embiid on the same roster? That's like building a mansion on quicksand.
Laughs. Yeah, if both those guys miss 2 weeks, it's disaster. But if they stay healthy, it's a wrap.
I'd also keep an eye on Padfoot toes. Curry and Butler are elite, but both love a rest day more than a rebound.
And Jokie Thagoat too. AD, DeRozan, Siakam, that's a veteran-heavy lineup. Could go championship or injury ward.
Exactly. That's a pray for load management mercy kind of team. Welcome back, everyone, to another electric episode of RCMP plus Fantasy Hoops, the only show where the stats are made up, but the bragging rights are oh so real.
Laughing. Speak for yourself, man. My bragging rights are still waiting on the waiver wire.
Well, we're just starting the season, and things are getting spicy. You can feel that playoff energy creeping in already.
That's right. So today, we're doing what every fantasy analyst swears they won't do: a full-blown, way too early playoff prediction.
We're seeding the bracket, picking the matchups, and yeah, the Power Bombers get that sweet number 1 bye.
The bye week dreams are real. Let's see who's living the fantasy and who's about to get bounced.
All right, PG. Let's lay it out. If the playoffs started today, we'd have the Power Bombers sitting at number 1, King Cobras right behind them, and 2 balls, 1 hoop rounding out the top 3.
That's a murderer's row of scoring. Power Bombers with SGA leading the charge, King Cobras lighting up from deep with Trey and Mitchell, and 2 balls, 1 hoop just quietly dropping 1,400 every week like it's cardio.
And don't forget the Guardians. They've been the surprise story. Cade Cunningham has them creeping into that 4th seed.
Yeah, and Pinguinis are hovering right below if Kawhi and Wemby stay healthy. They're the dark horse no one wants to face.
Meanwhile, the Z Tigers and Ballers hang on for dear life in those final 2 playoff spots.
Z Tigers are scrappy, but if Anthony Edwards goes on a heater, look out. And Ballers? They've been up and down, but Jokic alone can carry a matchup.
Every year it's the same. You don't want to see Jokic in the playoffs.
Nope. You want him in the other conference entirely.
Let's break down the first round. Number does King Cobras versus number CD Ballers. Number 3, Twee Balls Ain't Hope versus number Zes Set Tigers. Number Cat Guardians versus number Sank Pinguinis.
Man, that's a heavyweight lineup. Let's start with the Cobras and Ballers.
Trey versus Jokic. That's like pure volume versus perfection. I'm leaning Cobras. Their depth is just ridiculous.
I'll go Ballers. Jokic is inevitable, man. It's like playing chess against a Roomba that's secretly Magnus Carlsen.
Laughs. That's an image I didn't need.
Next up, 2 balls, 1 hoop versus Z Tigers. Giannis versus Ant-Man. That's the future of basketball right there.
And the present. I think Z Tigers keep it close, but Giannis and Jamal Murray in the playoffs, 2 balls, 1 hoop advances.
Agreed. Ant's got the swagger, but Giannis brings 500-point weeks like it's a hobby.
Last one, Guardians versus Pinguinis. That's sneaky good.
Yeah, I love this matchup. Cade Cunningham versus Wemby and KD. Star power all over.
If KD's healthy, I gotta go Pinguinis. They've got the balance.
I'm going Guardians. Cade and Maxey can cook anyone in a hot streak. That's an upset waiting to happen.
And now, the big boys enter. The Power Bombers, rested and ready, face the lowest remaining seed.
That's either the Guardians or Pinguinis. And honestly, I think Power Bombers take either one. SGA and Franz Wagner have been automatic.
The only thing that can stop them is overconfidence. Or an off week from Shy.
Then on the other side, King Cobras versus 2 balls, 1 hoop. That's a finals level matchup right there.
Mitchell, Banchero, Holmgren the Cobra's length is nuts. But Giannis doesn't care about your wingspan, bro.
Laughs. True. Still, I think King Cobras edge it out in a nail biter.
I'll take 2 balls, 1 hoop. The chemistry's too good, Giannis, and Brown are built for playoff chaos.
All right, Tommy. Finals time. Power Bombers versus Zwei Balls, Eins Hoop.
Oh man, that's 2 juggernauts. SGA versus Giannis. Duran versus Hartenstein. This could go either way.
I think Power Bombers take it. Their consistency is off the charts. They've got 3 guys who can drop 400 plus any week.
I'm sticking with 2 balls, 1 hoop. They've been knocking on the door for a while. This is their redemption arc.
All right, so I've got Power Bombers hoisting the virtual trophy, and you've got Giannis crashing the parade.
That's right. And hey, it's only halfway through the season. A lot can change.
Exactly. Trades, injuries, waiver wire miracles. This is why we love fantasy hoops.
That's gonna do it for our way too early playoff predictions.
If your team made our bracket, congrats, you're living the dream. If not, it's grind season.
Keep those lineups locked and your alerts on. NBA tip-off intensity every night from here out.
So there you have it. Some players ready to boom, others ready to bust, and a league that's going to be wild from the start.
Yeah. Week 1 is starting. The NBA tips-off was last night, and we'll be here every Monday breaking it all down.
Set your lineups, check your waivers, and maybe, just maybe, wrap your stars in bubble wrap.
Laughing. Yep, protect your points, people. We'll see you next week, right here on RCMP Plus Fantasy Hoops.